Hello everyone, we're back to our Ed Talks today, and the topic is cracking the challenges of an international student. So we have with us today for our Ed Talks Dr. Mike Ivanof, who's the former director of business school at University of Fraser Valley, and he has a lot of other strings of designations attached as well. So welcome to the talks, Dr. Mike.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Right. So, Dr. Mike, cultural, academic, mental, social challenges are all kinds of challenges that are faced by international students, right? So, what do you have to say about them?
Well, every student that is looking to reposition himself in or herself in a different environment is going to face some social impact, right? It's going to face some cultural impact, and it's not an easy transition. I mean, we're trying to kind of minimize the impact on the student, but ultimately we need to understand that there are always challenges, and these challenges can be overcome by fully preparing the student before or prior to making a decision about shifting into any other country, whether it's Canada or Australia, right? In Canada, they have to be prepared for cold. In Australia, they're more accustomed or acclimatized with heat, but ultimately these challenges are there. Nevertheless, if we prepare them in advance, I think the impact is going to be lessened and the transition is going to be far smoother.
Yeah, so how does the 18-year-old UFV's Chandigarh campus help in a seamless transition for an international student into the education system?
That's a wonderful question. Thank you for asking. I think University of Fraser Valley has been one of the very first international institutions, Canadian institutions, operating in India. We have been operating a campus in Chandigarh for the past 18 and a half years, since 2006, and we have thousands of students who have graduated who have shifted into Canada. The transition is, as you pointed out, is seamless because our programs offer the opportunity for the student to take a 1+3, 2+2, or a 3+1 program. They can do 1 year, 2 years, 3 years in India, and then they can transfer themselves into Canada. So far, we have seen that every single student that comes out of our campus in Chandigarh has performed stellarly in their studies in Canada. And this foundation that we provide in India becomes a bit of a runway. Like an airplane, it cannot take off right away, right? You need a bit of a runway to gain some speed. And I think this is what our campus in Chandigarh offers, is the ability for the student to gain the speed to elevate itself to a certain level where they can actually, after that, fly to the expected level of academic performance.
Okay, so an education is a ticket to employability is what every student believes, right? So what are some of the key factors to better employability in Canada, and how does UFV help students to achieve that?
Again, a great question, and I thank you for asking. We need to understand that the world is shifting, the world is changing rapidly. We have a lot of new emerging technologies, artificial intelligence, things like ChatGPT, and a lot of things are actually changing much more rapidly than we expected. Therefore, the skills and the competencies with which students have to be equipped, to be able to obtain, a good job, and they develop good careers in their future endeavors. All these skills, they have to be constantly updated and upgraded. And what we do, University of Fraser Valley, is we are constantly revamping the curriculum. We're keeping it relevant for the challenges of the 21st century, and we're equipping the students with the knowledge and the skills and the competencies which are going to differentiate them in the future job applications. Every academic institution is trying to keep this level of knowledge and skills
Right.
Updated. But I think we're going a little bit the extra mile because starting this year, we have launched 10 experiential learning tracks. And these learning tracks are going to allow the student not just to learn the theoretical knowledge or to gain the theoretical knowledge, but actually to understand the applicability of each and every subject matter that they so we try to transfer them into a subject matter expert even before they go into to apply for a job. So by the time they go and apply for jobs, they are already equipped with the latest and the greatest in not just the theoretical knowledge, but also in terms of application. So I think that's a great differentiator for us.
So can you name some of these tracks so students get an idea as to what exactly you're doing?
Absolutely. So that's I thank you for asking. I think we're having a track in finance. So right now, if you want to become like a portfolio manager, we are actually developing a one fund of 1 crore INR where students themselves would manage that fund. So they would invest it, they would they will manage it, and they will have to kind of be responsible to the stakeholders for the losses. But we hope that they will gain the knowledge so that they will generate gains. We have streams in tech. We have streams in a new stream in psychology. So there are a variety of streams which truly are meant to transform the student and the mindset, because ultimately we have something in entrepreneurship, and there's a great deal of individuals. Of course, many people would be very comfortable getting a job, but we're also looking at those who are interested in possibly launching their own businesses, and we're offering these streams, and they will transform the student, and they will act as a differentiator, as I mentioned, for these people getting a job, or providing them with the ability and the competencies to launch their own businesses.
Perfect. So what are your top three tips to a student on how to choose the right kind of program at the undergrad level?
Well, I think each and every one of us have preferences, right? We all have distinct preferences that we would like to do. We all have things that we are very good at. Nevertheless, I think above and beyond what we are good at, because we can also train for some other thing. I think I would say the number one recommendation, and this may sound a little bit out of the mainstream kind of thought process. The number one recommendation is to find a purpose in your life.
Right.
So right now when students are graduating from their 12th grade, and they're somewhat disoriented, they don't know exactly where to go and what to do. But I think if you look inward and you try to understand, what's my purpose, what am I here for, what am I good at, what do I love to do. And I always recommend that in life you have to do what you love and love what you do.
Right.
And ultimately, I think you can only define that by finding your inner goal, right? So the moment we are able to kind of define what we love and what we are really truly interested in, I think then that becomes the number one stepping stone towards moving forward. Second, of course, it would be the idea to gain some knowledge about the plethora of programs that are available out there and make an informed decision. Make a decision. If someone wants to go to Vancouver, you should know that Vancouver is a beautiful city. Some people want to go to Calgary, but you should know that it snows there for 5 months out of the year. So that's I'm not trying to dissuade anybody from going to Calgary, but if you love shoveling snow, that's quite okay. The thing is this: every time we make a decision, that has to be an informed decision based on facts, based on things that we learn, based on your guidance. And we have phenomenal colleagues here that we have been partners with Canam for a long period of time, and we cherish that partnership. And thank you so much for being a partner with us. So the point I'm trying to make is that an informed decision is going to truly sort of ease the pathway of the student into Canam. And last but not least, of course, I think we need to understand that several jobs which are in existence today may not be there tomorrow.
Very right.
Because the world is shifting, and today you may have a preference for some type of a career opportunity, but that career opportunity truly may not be tomorrow available.
Very true.
May not be available tomorrow.
Yes.
So we need to now sort of analyze and synthesize and crystallize the information, and we need to truly understand what's going to be in high demand, 5 or 10 years from now.
So how will they figure that out? Do you think they should look up the labor market trends and what skills are needed and what are the suggestions? What are the forecasts? Do you think they should do something on that?
Well, definitely everybody needs to do some type of
Research.
analysis and research, right? The problem is, very frankly, we're teaching students skills and competencies. We're equipping and enable them. Our job is to empower and to enable them, right? By providing them the right tools and giving them everything the correct tools, because tools are sometimes superficial. I always make a bit of a joke. I'm saying if the task is to nail a nail in the wall, and I give you a pair of scissors, I'm giving you a tool, but that's not the right tool.
Correct.
So I need to provide you with a.
That's where your learning tracks are going to be very useful. They are the tracks.
Exactly. So those tracks are actually going to sort of put the the rubber onto the road,
Right.
and then the students are going to be able to gain this knowledge. But the problem is, we don't know today how the world is going to look tomorrow. Forget about 5 years from now.
Yeah.
So we have artificial intelligence, which is going to ruin a lot of existing jobs, especially in manufacturing and things like that. But a lot of these jobs are going to be transformed.
Yes.
So what we need to, I'm gonna share this with our viewers. One of the key tenets that I teach my students and everybody is to gain the ability to learn, to unlearn, and to relearn.
Right.
Because if you just learn something and then you do the same thing again and again and again, and you never forget that, then what you do is you do that for the rest of your life, and then you are never going to gain different experiences. You're never going to experience new things. So developing this mindset where you're going to learn, unlearn, and relearn, I think is going to provide a tremendous opportunity for future workers to better adapt themselves to what the future holds.
Yes.
So that's this. Of course, each and every one of us have different preferences, as I mentioned. Maybe someone is very good in math. Maybe someone is good in computer science. Someone is good in art. Someone is good in business. So we need to emphasize and highlight those skills and competencies. But ultimately, what we learn today may turn out to be entirely obsolete tomorrow. So we need to learn, to unlearn and relearn, and we need to do this for the rest of our life.
Yes. So for more information on all of this, do come and meet our Canam counselors. They'll advise you, they'll give you the right tips, they'll give you the right kind of guidance. And let's see you having a very flourishing career in Canada, maybe. Thank you.
We are waiting for you. We're very thankful to Canam, and we are waiting to see you on our campus in Chandigarh, which is, incidentally, it's a beautiful campus. It breaks the traditional campus stereotype, the Indian one. We built a fully Canadian campus. We are offering a fully North American content. The curricula is 100% aligned with our Canadian curricula. And furthermore, once you become a student for UFV in India, you actually become a student of UFV in Canada. So you have the student email, your student number, so you're a fully fledged Canadian student. Regardless, I want to thank you so much. It was a pleasure being with you, and thank you all. And we hope to see you on our beautiful campus in Chandigarh, Sector 32 on SD College there. And I would be very pleased to welcome each and every one of you to our
Thank
campus.
you. So follow us on our socials, subscribe onto our channels, and be updated on all of our Ed Talks. Thank you.